A Vancouver Island Wildlife Rehabilitation Center is being overtaken by bears at a time when the animals are supposed to be sound asleep. This is hibernation season, but the North Island Wildlife Recovery Center has found itself looking after 5 Bruins, and staff say careless people are to blame. As A News reporter Gord Kurbis shows us, these bears are now going to require months of care and a lot of money.
The newest guest at the North Island Wildlife Recovery Center is slowly coming to. She's still groggy after being tranquilized and shipped up here from East Sooke. Another victim of human carelessness that should instead be sleeping.
They should be by this time of the year. They're starting to disappear, but there's still the odd one that become kind of dependent on garbage that are still out and about. The
bear is one of 5 that the center is now looking after. Given their young ages, they can't be relocated, and coming here is a better alternative than automatically putting them down.
Especially the younger bears, we try to get them to the recovery center. They do their rehab, and the bear gets a second chance to try to do things the way they should.
The 5 are all just under a year old, but vary widely in their sizes. They'll each need to be cared for by staff and volunteers until they're ready to head out on their own. But that will take until next summer.
And that's really sad. It's hard for them to be put into a place like this, but hopefully we can do a good enough job.
And that means for the next 7 months or so, the feeding and care of the bears will be done in a way that the bears don't realize it's coming from humans. That's accomplished in part by using a variety of different scents and sound effects.
The reason why we like to use sound effects we don't like and the different scents, we don't want them to get used to the smells of people, even though they're going to smell people in the wild. We don't want them to get used to the sound of vehicles, or we don't want them to get used to anything. Actually, we want them to run.
Over the past 15 years, the center has been looking after the bears. Staff and volunteers have learned a great deal about the creatures. When the center opened, it was the first of its kind. Now there are 2 others in the province.
Well, it's interesting. Everybody's situation is different, and that's the thing. You can bring 10 bear rehabbers together and find out there's 10 different ways to rehab bears.
But one thing that is constant is the fact it takes a great deal of money. Now that the government has cut back its funding from BC Gaming, the hope is that more donations will come from the public.
I sure hope so this time. Yeah, I really do.
For more information on how you can help out, you can log on to niwra.org. In Parksville, Gord Kurbis, A News.